Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft episode on all things well-being. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and it is my pleasure today to have a discussion on diets equal deprivation. This is why the high majority of the time, they don't work. Even when we hear somebody saying, oh, I'm on a diet, you would think it would be like positive. My brain goes to, that must suck, you know what I mean? And it's just because of the words, the phrasing of it, not the actual moving to a better place. It's the diet word. In fact, the rumor on the street is they might change the name of Diet Coke for a similar reason because the younger generations don't like it. Anyway, okay, so in the psychology world we would say a mindset of scarcity or a scarcity mindset. And here's the thing. When the brain is in a scarcity mindset, which is more than food and money, it's all kinds of things. Self-esteem and time scarcity. There's all kinds of scarcity. But the brain doesn't totally know the difference. I mean, obviously it knows it's food, but it's the scarcity thing sort of like nudges the brain, or more than a nudge, into this like all hands on deck situation. So if you've ever noticed going on a diet, and you're like, oh my gosh, I think more about food now, not having as much than I did before. Well, yeah, because the brain also really loves patterns, and so when it finds whatever it is that it's looking for, it's like, hey, notice, I just found this thought on how if we're maybe 5 pounds less from 2 weeks from now or whatever, and just keeps, so it actually self-reinforces all of the deprivation thinking. And in general, because deprivation is lack, thoughts of lack attract more lack. So it just isn't the way to go. So obviously, the only way to lose weight is to ingest fewer calories than we burn off. That's just how it is. So see all kinds of things on the internet and take this supplement and 3 payments of $39.99 or programs or whatever. And psychologically what that does for us, not that some of these programs can't work for some people. Rarely are things, polar. My mittens are flat. These are really great for filming though. Where was I going with that? Oh, it checks a box that we did something and took action, which might be the case because it works for some people. However, it's almost like a little bit of an illusion, because it's like we took action, we really didn't do anything except give somebody our credit card kind of thing. Okay, so there's that. And then we eat for 3 reasons, right? We are hungry, bored, or emotional. It can be anxiety and depression. It can even be excited, but those are typically the 3 reasons that we eat. So it's very, very important at any given time to kind of know why that is. And that kind of leads me right into, and I got to give a shout out here to my friend and colleague, Dr. Lindsey Godwin, because I'm going to put a link to her podcast below, that change begins with a question, and she used a bunch of examples in there. It's really good. I would highly recommend listening to it. But she talked about a weight loss example, which was just so ideal for what we're talking about today, because words are powerful. They matter. Words we tell ourselves are powerful. And so she used in one of her examples, it was about weight. So the question, if we want change, we actually want positive lifestyle change, not lose 20 pounds and then gain it all back in 6 months and even more. That happens a lot too. How do I make a lifestyle change? So asking ourselves with kindness and compassion and love, right? How can I get into a place where I feel healthier, I feel better? And that this is much less abrasive. It's actually very compassionate than saying, how can I shed 10 pounds or 20 pounds or whatever it is? How can I get myself into a place where I'm eating healthier, feel better, know that I'm adding years to my life, kind of thing? Also, specifically for the body, it might be a question like, with a big smile on, say, how can I get to a place where I'm looking in that full-length mirror, staring at my wonderful body in her nakedness, and actually able to look like, actually being able to look, not only not say something negative, but to look, go like up, down like this, and go, heck yeah, okay, heck yeah, in also relation to all of our other circumstances that we're in, just with compassion, like to be able to look in the mirror and just love what you're seeing, realizing that your legs work and your arms work and your spine is intact and you've got your eyesight and all this other stuff too. Like, add all that in there with the gratitude. So this is what we're saying, is diets don't work for a reason, because this is just a little quick recap. I'm trying to keep these short. Diets don't work for a reason because they lead the brain to a scarcity mindset, which just isn't going to go anywhere good, right? So balance is key. Let me tell you, I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I know that about myself. I love to eat, always have. And I like to eat most things. So I mean, I'm not going to cut burgers out of my life. Am I going to eat them every day? No, because that's not healthy. But I don't, balance is good. Balance is just really the best thing. And the other thing I was going to say, and this one is just my opinion, but is, in my opinion, unless somebody has a medical reason, which is different, to not weigh yourself every day, even if it's that you lost a pound, it doesn't help you, because again, it contributes to this mindset of deprivation. Even if it's motivating for like this long, it's, well, now I got to be good. I've heard people say, right, I got to be good tomorrow. I got to be good tomorrow. Think about telling yourself that you're already good. You're already amazing. And some people they don't look forward to tomorrow now because they know they splurged today and they have to live on rice cakes. I mean, it's just not. Our life minutes are way too valuable for that. So weighing oneself, unless you've got medical circumstances, right, in my opinion, once a week is really enough. And for women, there's water retention, blah, 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 blah. By the way, disclaimer, this is strictly about diet and mind and scarcity mindset, not meant for anyone who's struggling and working with and challenged with an eating disorder. That's a professional treatment situation. So, okay, so that's really it. Diets don't work because they keep us in a state of deprivation. Change is the first step. Change begins with a question. There we go. I'm going to put that link down here. Change begins with a question. The big thing is to be kind and loving and compassionate with yourself, and also realize it in a given moment why it is you're grabbing the Oreos, all right? All right, this is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful woods up here in northern Vermont. Happy New Year.